The Joe Rogan Experience.
Have you seen these bricks that people have been finding at all these different sites where people are protesting? These organized stacks of bricks.
No.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm going to send, Jamie, I'm going to send you one that Eddie sent me.
Who do you think is putting that?
That's the question, right? It's like, who is putting that? Is it Antifa? Is it the cops? Is it someone who wants someone to throw a brick so that they can impart martial law? Like, what is it?
Yeah, my brain always goes to conspiratorial.
Here it is. Mysterious
elements.
brick piles appear throughout major protest cities. I mean, these are bricks that are appearing that don't have a reason to be there. Jamie, I'm going to send you this video that Eddie sent me because this is. I'll airdrop it to you, buddy.
God, man,
it's the car too, the bait car they said in Long
Yes.
Beach yesterday. They
Yes.
left a car out there.
Hey, they left an
Really?
old shitty
Who
car.
leaves a fucking free car out for people to just take?
A
too?
free police car. So they left an old shitty police car out there, and then on top of that, this old. Why is this not? Okay, Jamie, I'm airdropping it to you right now. So this old shitty police car, and then you have all these protesters, and then these three people move in a very organized fashion. And there's a guy who made a video about it. Have you seen the video, Jamie, where the guy breaks down the Antifa? Have you seen that? I'll send you the video.
This is weird.
What's that?
I never saw this.
Yeah. Okay, put it up on the screen.
I got to figure out how to do it.
Oh, okay.
Send photos.
Oh, I see.
That's so crazy.
So there it is. So these random pallets of bricks. This is very organized. This is on Ventura Boulevard out here in LA, or I think it's in North Hollywood. So these pallets of bricks are just sitting there. Like, look at this.
What?
Yes.
They're just like riot supplies.
Exactly, riot supplies. And
What?
Exactly. So who's doing this? This is very organized.
I mean,
there's many stacks of these bricks.
It's very anti-anarchist.
Well, is it?
Because it's organized.
But I mean, it's fuel for anarchy, right?
Yeah, but I wonder.
Look at this.
Or do you think? I mean, here's another theory. It could be possibly performance art. I mean, and I'm not saying that like as a joke, but like some performance artists like go to that length. But that's very, very organized and very ominous and very weird. I mean, I hope that those were reported and that the police like picked them up.
Well, one thing that is happening that's promising is that these provocateurs are getting caught by actual Black Lives Matter protesters and grabbing them. And these assholes that are breaking windows and spray painting things, like they're grabbing these people and saying, "Hey, you fuck," and they're turning these people in. Like these people that are smashing things.
Thank the Lord.
But they're recognizing that this is damaging to this. Like, there's a great moment in time right now where we can enact real change.
He mandated that nursing homes take back in, and 43% of coronavirus deaths are nursing homes. So this is a nursing home pandemic. Mandated that they take back in recovering COVID patients, and he happens that he got a $1 million plus campaign check for his reelection through an affiliated committee before he got reelected. And so he also made sure to put into place a liability for all their executives so that if they don't do a good job, they can't be held liable. And that data shows is correlated with increased COVID death and infection rates because they know that they're not going to be held responsible. So there's a lower threshold there. So there were very specific decisions that were really bad and fueled the worst outbreak in the entire country. But because he can get on TV and give a commanding press conference, that's all people really care about. And he's got like 80% approval rating.
Yeah. Has he spoken about the recovering COVID patients being readmitted to the nursing homes?
Not much, because his brother on CNN is primetime anchor Chris Cuomo, and they do these ridiculous interviews where they like joke around about how big his nose is rather than asking questions like that. And look, it'd be one thing if you were going to have your brother on once or twice. Like, I get it, fine, But no, night after night after night, it's the show of the two brothers chumming it up while people are dying. This is a politician who's supposed to be held to account. That is supposed to be your role as a journalist.
He's fucking around with his brother, joking about the size of their nose and the swab, where there are like literally thousands of elderly people who died explicitly because of this decision. Now, we're not saying he knew of the decision, but like there needs to be some like scrutiny and accountability of that. Nobody at CNN wants to touch it because Chris Cuomo's the anchor. Nobody at MSNBC wants to touch it
because he's a Democrat.
Because he's the biggest Democrat, and they all live in New York, and they all probably have dinner with each other. And of course, I mean, people on the right are talking about it because he's a Democrat. But
Yeah.
like, there's no, I mean, outside of
Right.
Crystal and a few others on the left, you aren't.
And on the right, they're total hypocrites too. Fox News picks it up with this like liability story and how he gets this through. Meanwhile, Mitch McConnell's proposing the same thing at a national level, and they're like A-okay with that. So, I mean, this gets back to the sort of central concept of the show, which is how we don't do that shit. Like,
Yeah.
if it's a Democrat, we're gonna, we're
Yes.
like, you fucked up on this
Right.
thing. Like, let's talk about it. If it's a Republican, we're gonna do the same thing. And that's the way. I mean, at a basic level, that's the way it's supposed to be. And it's a big, big problem. Again, going back to this moment that we're living in, because no one trusts anyone, and
Right.
for good reason. Even if you are an MSNBC watcher and you know it and you love it and you love Rachel Maddow and whatever, you know you're getting spun. You know that they're
Yes.
picking certain stories that are gonna like pique your interest, and they're ignoring everything. The end of the lesson of every single news story cannot be ergo Trump is bad. Like that cannot be the conclusion of literally every news
Right.
story. And over on Fox News, the end and conclusion of every news story cannot
news.
be ergo Democrats are evil and un-American,
Yeah.
right?
You got to give people the choice to do what they want to do. I don't know if they're right. I don't know if you. We have to inform people, and then we have to give them the ability to make decisions. And I don't know if you're right. I don't know if I'm right. I don't know who's right. I'm scared. You're scared. Can
Yeah.
we talk?
Yeah.
Can we talk?
That's what
I
we're
don't
doing.
think gloves work.
For what?
I don't trust people who drive with masks on.
Oh, it's weird. It's
I
weird.
think they're pussies.
You're in your own car. It doesn't make any sense. And
Where
Saul,
you going, bitch? You're gonna fold.
You're gonna what?
Interrogation. You're gonna fold. You're gonna fold up shop, you fucking pussy. Hey!
what?
Why you got a mask on? You're in your own fucking car.
I'm
Is
scared.
the sky poison?
I'm
Joe, they're
scared.
making their own choice. I thought you just said they're making their own choice.
That's the right choice. Listen, you're always gonna have bitches. We have to. Everything is real. All things are real. Liars, poets,
That's true.
lovers,
That's true.
thieves.
I think that-
everything is real.
Yeah.
We gotta all accept it together. Recognize bitches. Flush them. Wake them up in the morning. Get up, son.
Ben,
Give them your love.
could you imagine?
Joe, I think that's part of what you're saying.
It's time to be a man.
I'm gonna work out to this
Manly
every day.
love.
Just wake him up. It doesn't happen on its own. You must force it. You must force all of it. Love, force love. Hugs. Hug your friends.
Force
Mike,
hugs.
I love you. I
Who's Mike?
don't know, some imaginary
Be a
person.
friend.
I have a couple of Mike friends. Mike Young. Mike Young, I love you.
I love what's happening
I
right
love
now.
a lot of people. We all gotta love each other.
100%. I think that's pretty much the key.
That is the key.
Unlock that door.
The key is this. We gotta accept that we're all living in this fucking fantastic soup of possibilities.
Oh, yes.
And we all come from different backgrounds and different deficits and different strengths, different ideas, different perspective, different biases.
Preach.
God damn.
Not a lot of people were serving the style of pasta that I wanted to serve. So I started giving it away like a gateway drug. I would just like send it to tables for free, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And it just started gaining momentum.
Wow. So when you moved to Italy to learn how to do, like, what is an apprenticeship like in, learning how to make pasta?
I mean, it's an apprenticeship. You have to put yourself in the student's chair and be a sponge. I didn't speak not a lick of Italian, but the Italians are very expressive, so you're able to communicate through just being Italian, I guess. And I spent 3 months, 6 days a week, 10 hours a day, just making pasta. Period.
Wow.
Period.
See, this is what's fascinating to me. Things you just take for granted. Oh, here is a plate of pasta. But what is involved in learning how to make it that good?
It's not just ingredients. When people sit down at a restaurant, people aren't just paying for the experience of sitting there and the cost of food. they're paying for the experience of the people that are making the food. That's a big part of it. That's the way that I look at it. And 11 years of making pasta by hand, there's a lot of depth that some of the younger guys just aren't willing to pay the time cost. And a lot of the younger cooks out there, they bounce around from job to job, 6 months here, 3 months here, and they think that they've mastered it. But there's just no depth. There's no depth.
You know, you have to also consider how labor intensive it is to, hand roll out the pasta. And, what Evan was saying before, like each one rolled by hand. When you eat a bowl of pasta, you're not thinking that each one was like pressed out by hand. So it's like extremely labor intensive. And a lot of people, when we were opening, Evan did have his own restaurant, Bucato, before, which was also basically focused around pasta as well. That's a whole other story. But when we were going to open up this restaurant, and we put in the middle of the restaurant the temperature-controlled pasta lab, which is taking up tables. So if you're a business person, a restaurateur, you say, how many tables could fit in there? How much is each table worth to your bottom line? You're using up that space to put in. You're using that space to put in a pasta lab. Are you crazy? Also, when you're thinking about training the people and how labor intensive it is. People were saying like, we're crazy doing this again.
Yeah, they didn't think we could make money.
Yeah.
Well, it is a lot of space. That pasta lab is a big space, but it's so cool to be sitting right there.
It's a showstopper.
Yeah, it really, it's something special.